Hello and welcome to another vlog and a bit of an adventure. Me and Denise have just pulled up in this little street which apparently I was told to park. Steve and Simon are on their way down. Simon said to me, park in this street. Well, at the moment the street is completely coned off apart from this one little corner, but the footpath's just there. I'm not going to tell you where we're actually going at the moment. I'll leave it to a bit of a surprise, but just over the back of here there's a beach, and on the beach there's something. So we're going to pop through there now, have a bit of a quick look and have a scout round and see what the weather's doing on the other side of this fence, because it might be a bit windy, and then we'll come back and we'll wait for the others to turn up and we'll take you over for a big reveal. Right, we've just come up to the top of the dunes, and as you can see behind me, there's our little treat. It's Burnham on Sea Low Lighthouse. Oh, and sorry for the tripod moving around, it's really quite gusty. I've just had to tighten me up, stop my head from coming off. And Simon's just turned up, he's just phoned me, he's just turned up by the car now, so he's just going to walk up to us while we wait here. I actually quite like the shot from here, to be honest. I like all this bracken in the bottom here, all the bracken and the little lighthouse and the really dark moody sky in the background, so I might actually take a shot from here before we even get going. It seems silly not to, because if I go down there and all the cloud disappears, we won't get the cloud in it. But yeah, that's the lighthouse. I've never seen anything like that before, so for me it's quite a treat. I know there's one over on the east coast as well, I think somewhere near Southend-on-Sea, something like that, somewhere like that, or Kent or whatever it is. But yeah, no, I quite fancy taking one of this, and I'm hoping the tide's going to come in, because I want to do a really long exposure if I can. So yeah, here he is, here's the man. It's his fault again, and yes, he's in the other video. Gary, you've not been dumped, it's just he seems to be getting in them all at the moment. But yeah, it is quite windy, quite blustery. So right, I'm going to get the camera out here, I'm going to take one up here, and then I'm going to move down towards the lighthouse once Simon's got his gear out of the car. So I'll catch you in a minute. We've come down on the beach a little bit more now. As you can see, we're stood on some little sand dunes, and the last time I was stood on sand dunes I ended up flat faced in the bloody sand, so I'm not sure I've put that vlog out yet, so I will have to get it out for you and show her. Yeah, I'm going to take a shot here. The light right down the back there is really nice on the beach, so it's just casting a glow every so often where the sun's popping out, but you've still got this really nice dark grey moody sky behind the lighthouse. So I'm going to set up a longish exposure, try and see if I can lose some of these people on the beach. Otherwise it's going to be a lot of cloning out, and you get some of these whiskey grasses moving as well, so it should give you a bit of movement in the grass. I may shoot a low one with the grass as a dominant feature, and then I'm going to shoot a little bit higher and getting the nice line of the beach coming down. So I'll set the camera up and I'll switch you back on and tell you what I'm doing. Right, I've just taken an image. I've put the 10 stop in, put my filter holder on, put the 10 stop IRND grad in, and I've also put the little cap on the back of the lens viewfinder to stop any light lead coming in. It's quite a basic, simple image. There's an awful lot of people on the beach. On 30 seconds, it's got rid of a few of them. Yeah, it's definitely got rid of quite a lot of the people on the beach. So all it is, you've got a tiny little lighthouse up in the top thirds on the left hand side, and then I've got the lead in from the grasses leading you down, coming from the bottom left right up to the top right, sorry. And I've got this nice really dark moody sky, which is dead cool. I think we need to get down on the beach and try and get something a bit closer. My battery's flashing low, so I'm going to have to change that in a sec. I was on F22 just to get 30 seconds, which is not ideal, I know, but it's all I could do really, unless I put the big stopper, the super stopper in, and I don't think I've got time to do that just at the moment. Everything's blowing around. When I let go of the tripod, as you can see, it's coming towards me, and you can see this thing blowing around in the wind. It is pretty gusty. I've already had the tripod fall over on top of the other one and nearly knocked that, so 30 second exposure, a bit artistic but not very good. So yeah, there's one image done. I did take one from the top. I'll show you that right now. And you can see at the top of the lighthouse, it's just touching the horizon. And I don't like stuff like that. I like it to break right through the horizon or be below the horizon. And you can just see the top of the lighthouse. It's a nice little image, don't get me wrong, but I get a bit pernickety where the top of the lighthouse is just touching the horizon. So like I say, I'm just showing you that. I like the image itself, but I don't like that little one thing about it, and I couldn't get the tripod any higher. It was already right above my head. I just couldn't get it any higher at all. So yeah, I think I'm going to take another one from here, low down looking through the grass, try and get something a bit arty-farty, and then we're going to move down to the lighthouse and get a bit closer and try and get a reflection in the pools. Simon's just said to me the high tide is now, so we've already got the high tide and it is way off the bottom of the lighthouse. So I think you need to come back on a really high tide to try and get the water underneath it. So I'm going to put that one down in my diary, check out the tide times, and maybe make sure, you know, come down and do that one down here and get a few people on the beach with us. So yeah, and an early or a late one, because there's so many people down here. It's just going to be hard work, this is, but still, that's what it's all about, fun and adventures. So yeah, let's crack on, see if we can set up another one and get another image done. This is actually turning out to be quite hard work. We've got sea spray to contend with because of the wind. It might not be splashing around a lot, but the spray is coming up the beach. You can't see it. And the poor little camera that you're sitting in at the moment is covered in sand already. And I'm getting sand covered in this. As up on the dunes, it's just blowing the sand across the beach. So it's making it quite difficult actually on a nice day. But I absolutely love the fact that the light's shining on the foreground and the sky behind it is just so dark and dismal. Absolutely amazing. I think this is brilliant. I've got a little bit of reflection at the moment. I've just taken another shot and I actually think it's stunning. I absolutely love this image. There's a fisherman on the left hand thirds and the lighthouse on the right hand thirds. The light's just gone down now and the image is gone, instantly gone like that. The light's just dropped and it's gone. But I'd light on the foreground. You'll see this image now. I do really like this. It's pretty cool. Like I say, for being down here, I expect there's all sorts of weathers you can get this in, but for me this is pretty good, pretty unique and pretty awesome. Got a bit of a reflection in the bottom from the mud pools at the bottom, and then the lighthouse was all lit up by the sun behind me, and then like I say the beach, and then everything behind it is really dark grey, and I mean really dark grey. It was a 2 second I think exposure, 2.5 second exposure at f8. That's with a 10 stop on. Very hard to work on the dynamic range because the lighthouse is painted white, so obviously that is really bright with the sunlight on it, and the sky is just black behind it. Quite hard to balance. I'm going to take another one now, exactly the same shot but with slightly less light on the lighthouse because the sun's gone behind the clouds, so I'm going to see what the difference is between them two. You might find that I can actually save some of the highlights with the slightly darker image, but yeah, absolutely awesome, love that. And our sun's coming out again, you can probably see it on the back of my head. Brilliant. I'm going to try and get a bit more reflection if I can, move around, but this looks a bit soft, so I'm going to be careful where I'm putting my feet. Yeah, brilliant, absolutely love that. just moved back slightly. As I was walking over to this muddy patch, and I hope I'm not sitting on my bum, because if I'm sitting on my boots I'm getting dirty bottom. Yeah, we moved. As I walked over I saw these tyre tracks and I kind of ignored them, and then Denise came out and said, we've got tyre tracks here leading you to the lighthouse. I'm like, hang on, I missed that. I didn't think about that. I know they're only old tyre tracks leading through the sand, but it does actually give you a line in the sand to follow. So yeah, it kind of works. I'll have a look on the big screen when I get it back, but I've already taken the image. I've taken it vertically as well. I flipped it over. I've done a couple of images vertically. I've put the lighthouse bang in the middle, really bright with a really dark background. Again, I absolutely love these kind of images. And then I've done another one with these leading lines of the tyre tracks, just leading you around to the lighthouse. So yeah, let me know if you like the tyre tracks or not. It's a bit, I'm not sure. Yes, they are a leading line, but they're not really natural. They're sort of like yucky tyre tracks. So yeah, let me know in the description below, do you like the ones without the tyre tracks or the ones with the tyre tracks? I think it works. I do think it works, yeah. People everywhere. Cloning brush. Right, I'm going to have a look up that way and see if I can get a shot leading back towards the light, but I still like it looking into the darkness, really. Pretty good. The wife's here as well. She's here. Have to say hello. Oh. Here she is, look. Can't leave the wife away, can we? But I hope you can hear me, because it's really quite windy. I was going to get a drone out and fly it round, but I don't think it's possible at the moment. We'll see. We will see. Fingers crossed, if it dies down I'll get it out. But the light's coming and going. I think, actually, looking at this now behind us, this low cloud's just about to go over the sun now, and I think that is it for the sun. Totally. I don't think that's going to fight back, not at all. As you can see there, the lighthouse has gone quite dim behind us now, and that'll be it. So let's pop out the Moody grey images, eh? Black and white, mono image, proper Moody. Let's go for it. Well, you know what happens when us photographers find these things like this. Where are we? Just there. Artistic flair comes into play, and yeah, we get the license to move them around the beach, so to speak. Basically, it was on the beach anyway. Denise just took a picture of it. She gave it a bit of a kick and got a nice little image, and I will show you that image now, because it was quite a nice little one. She got down really low to the sand, because she's not on a tripod, hand held it right down near the sand. Got this lovely little image. It really brings the driftwood towards the lighthouse. It looks quite good. What I did then, I just picked it up and threw it over to one side slightly, give it a bit of a kick, as you do, and step back from it. I've taken two images. I've taken a vertical shot and I've also taken a horizontal shot. The vertical one is quite nice because you've got the wood in the bottom and the foreground, and then you've got the lighthouse in the background. And then I've taken another one horizontally, as you can see now, set up horizontally, and I've just set it up so you've got the bottom thirds and the top thirds. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're as good as the other ones before. I still like the first couple I've taken. I'm on a hard push to beat that. The sun's now gone behind this massive low cloud. I'm not sure we're going to see any more of it, to be honest. These were taken without the sun on them, so they're pretty bland. I think all we can do really is stick to some black and white ones. Get up a bit closer, blow it up nice and big, and see what we can do with that. But yeah, it's worth coming. I've already got an image, so I'm happy with that, and I think Denise has got a couple already as well. So all in all, worthwhile. So we're going to take a plod over there now, try and find the other two, which are the other side of the lighthouse, and see if I can get something a little bit different to the few we've already taken. Right, the guys are back over with us now. They've been over this side taking some photos. I haven't made it round that way yet, round the other side. Stopped over here, tried to get a bit of a mono shot, and while I was doing that I thought it was time to get a selfie. It was a selfie with a bit of a cheat. I got Simon pressing the shutter for me. I just tried to climb up on there, and I meant to have the video rolling, but I forgot to have it rolling. I'm not sure if Steve was rolling. Were you rolling when I was trying to climb up there? Right, Steve's got a clip of me trying to scramble my way up, so I'll get a clip off of Steve and I'll bob it on for you and show you how stupid I look trying to climb up onto the lighthouse. But I got up there, I got my selfie, and I've done a bit of a fun one as well for you, so enjoy this. Hashtag keep your selfie. Right, now we're going to move down to, well, we're not. I think me and Simon are contemplating the drone. Now, it is a bit blustery, but
give it a go.
But I think we'll be all right. I've got 2 charged batteries, so yeah, it's gone a bit quiet down here because the sun's gone in. So I think it's time to pop the drone out and see if we can get a little bit of drone footage down here. So if we do, check this out now. Right, we're just making our way back up the sand dunes. You see the guys behind us. Yeah, it was quite nice. Hopefully you've seen a nice bit of drone footage. I did get the drone out, it was awfully windy. I'm going to try and walk now through these brambles with a tripod leg sticking out, which isn't so easy. So we're going to head now, if we've got the time. Sorry about that. It's not very easy to walk through these brambles while I'm talking. Let me just stand here a sec. Yeah, we're going to head down to a pier, is it?
Clevedon Pier.
Clevedon. We're going to head down to Clevedon Pier and maybe have half hour there before we head back home. But the weather behind us looks really grim and miserable. So we'll have to see when we get there, see if we take it out the camera or not. But we'll head down that way, we'll get ourselves something to lunch or even something for lunch, and then say goodbye to these two and head off home. We are actually, so my nose is dribbling in, we are actually backing this on to the end of our Portland Bill trip. So this is our Christmas holiday and we're heading home. So not sure when you're seeing this, it'll be January time I would have thought. So anyway, if I don't get back to you, I'm going to say goodbye now. And then if I do get back to you, then I'll clip it onto this and cut that bit out so you won't even know I've even said it. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, I will say goodbye and I'm going to check out And I say thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out Steve's Facebook group. If you're into camping or wild camping, he's definitely the man to see. Wild Camptography. And obviously Simon, he's got his own website and Facebook as well. You'll find all the links below. Simon Nicholson Photography. There's a plug for him, isn't it? So that's another fiver I've made out of them too. And of course, you know, can't forget Denise. Head cook, chief bottle washer and teller offerer. So yeah, till next time, ciao for now. Oh, don't forget, do all the liking, subscribing stuff. Cheers, bye.